Okay, so what to expect. When you and your bride are announced, you're going to want to make sure that you have a clear path, or at least planned out a path from when you're announced. So imagine if the door was right here that you're coming in through, you would come in and you'd figure out which tables you're going through. This is where a blueprint of how you have your tablescapes and everything set up would help, okay? Now something you also want to expect is make sure your photographers and your videographers are placed in certain areas, because a lot of these intros and outros are going to be good for picture posing, so that way those pictures that you hang up on your mantle are very well placed, okay? For example, if I was walking in and we didn't have enough room there, we would need to make sure to walk in through a certain area, and we have that amount of time. So traditionally, to give you some background, I have been DJing since my dad passed away in 2010 for a very long time. I understand this game. So when they introduce you as Mr. and Mrs. John Smith, they can play the music right then and there, and now you're rushing to get to the dance floor to dance for your music. Or you can do introducing Mr. and Mrs. John Smith. You're going to be hearing a lot of clapping, clap, 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 clap. They can play some, if the DJ or band wants to play some little diddly, something that's like pump up the music, Chris Brown Forever or something that comes out. You can bring your bride out and then have the DJ or the MC say, ladies and gentlemen, they're about to prepare to do their first dance, and then you can start doing your intro. So that way you are on the dance floor already and you don't have to feel rushed trying to get here because they announced you and they played your wedding song right away. So that's one thing to expect. The second thing is plan out your dance floor. So right now, we're using a dance floor that is a small dance floor. Now, so I've seen them really big. I've seen them a lot smaller than this. The main thing is I would always suggest that you place your photographer and your videographer somewhere catty corner. So right where you're at is where I would place my photographer, okay? And right here is where I would place my videographer. You would have your photographer and videographer try not to interlap, so that way they're not running into each other. But at the same time, I understand that they move. Sometimes you have two photographers, sometimes you have two videographers, and have them kind of set up at the same area, so that way there's not a lot of movement. At the same time, this is what very important. When you're doing your dance, have them placed where you know the dance, because if not, your photographer and your videographer will move way over here and they're taking pictures. But guess what? You did your dip already planning to face the photographer and videographer. You purposely planned your dip to face this direction, so make sure to tell them, hey, where I place you for our first dance, my father-daughter dance, mother-son dance, please do not move, because all of our poses end facing where you should be, okay? That is the what to expect video. I know that's a lot. Write down, take some notes, and I'll give you some suggestions on a later video. All right, thank you.